Put a finger down, gay edition. Put a finger down if you are gay. If you currently have one or more fingers down, you might be gay.
Fuck! Hop up, guess who, bitch? Hop up, guess who, bitch? Ding dong!
Hey, what's up? This is Grover with really cool tricks you can try at home. Go to your cupboard and get a cup and fill it with water. Then drink it.
Adam thought it was a good idea to put a spray can in the fire.
I think something we need to talk about more as trans people is how damaging it is to grow up not being able to envision yourself as like an adult woman or adult man, like depending what your gender is. Like, I have no life plans, none, because when I was younger I could never see myself being a grown woman. And you know, a lot of times when you're a kid you end up changing that to I can't see myself growing up. So the fact that I'm 18 now doesn't seem logical to me because I was never going to grow up. It's not necessarily that I was going to kill myself, it's just that I wasn't going to be there. So now I'm like learning what it means to like be a grown man, and it's wild. I feel like it's why like so many trans teenagers are so self-destructive, because it's like you don't care about yourself because what, you're not gonna grow up. Which is why I think it's so important to have like representation of like functional trans adults. Like, I want to see trans people over 30 living their lives. Proof that like I can do that.
With another Kyle, or Spencer, or Rob, or Michael, or Jason, or Charlie, or Jackson, or Henry, or Steven, or Connor, or Chad, yeah!
Boys both have the virus, are you sure?
We're not just sure, we're HIV positive.
Will you stop it with that? What part of this is funny to you?
Kyle, we need to try to find
What
out.
part of being infected with a deadly disease do you find funny?
I don't think it's funny, Kyle.
Then stop saying you're not just sure you're HIV positive. This isn't funny, AIDS isn't funny, dying isn't funny, so shut the fuck up!
Well, excuse me, Kyle, for trying to keep some optimism, you know? Sometimes when things seem their darkest, you just need to try and stay HIV positive. But if you want to be so HIV negative all the time...
Knock it off! Right now! This isn't funny! At all!
Are you sure?
Yes!
Are you HIV positive?
Ah! Ow!
Town isn't big enough for two supervillains.
Oh, you're a villain, all right. Just not a super one.
Yeah? What's the difference?
Presentation!
Get your money, man. Life goes
So
on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it.
What is this thing? Ready?
That's your mentalis muscle. It's in your chin and is very weird. You have identified correctly a weird muscle. Well done. Almost every muscle in your body connects a bone to another bone. Like, your bones yank on each other and that's how you move. There are other muscles like sphincters, just yank on themselves. Heart is a totally different kind of muscle, also yanks on itself to pump your blood around. In our faces, we have a bunch of muscles that do not connect to other bones. And you can tell this, right? Like all this movement that faces do so that we can talk and emote and stuff. We're not yanking on bones here, we're yanking on skin. They insert into the skin. You can see the mentalis here doing like an absolutely wild thing. Just go like sticking all of its little muscle fibers into your skin. When you contract that muscle, it yanks, oh God, that's an awful picture. It yanks on your skin and makes those little dimples. It's a little weird. We're all made out of meat.
Now, Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals, and you, sir, do not have a pair of testicles if you prefer drinking from glass.
Hey, don't be surprised if one day I just...
I was thinking, you know how there are people who will name their pets after like a food? But it'll like work. Like I've seen people name their pets like waffles, curry, but like it worked. It fit the animal. There's a person on TikTok who has a cat named Pork Chop, I think, but it works with that cat. Like it works sometimes. But what about food names that absolutely would not work as the name of your beloved pet? I will now be giving you examples in a segment I'm gonna call foods you shouldn't name your pet after. But it would be really funny if you did. Hot dog, but it has to be a cat. Blueberry compote. Surf and turf. Kids cuisine. Angel hair pasta. Escargot. 250 milligram Oreo edible.
This sound makes your last saved video haunt.
I walk in like a timepiece. I go straight. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. I told the witch doctor I was in love with you. And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He told me.
Y'all, so on my spam account, I was talking about how I love really anti-racist white people because they be so fucking aggressive. Because they discovered racism yesterday, and so they're really mad about it, right? Because you could be like, damn, your grandma was kind of racist. And they're like, yeah, that's why her shoes raggedy as hell in her fucking casket. I'd be like, girl, what? They'd be like, yeah, that's what my grandpa did too. That is hell. He'd be a Confederate state or whatever. Giving very much Jack Skellington cosplay. That's literally him. Like, why did they go in like that? Why did they... And yeah, so I was hyping them up a little bit, and half of them was that demographic, but then the other half was just people who were like, yes, queen, and then they kept commenting the fists. Why did they keep commenting the fists? I'm about to fist. There's a lot of white fists in the comments. Because y'all, this is literally the energy that's created. They be like, yeah, my grandma racist. Good thing she dead as hell in her casket as fuck is dead as hell. Love you though, queen.
I feel like fuck is something, but we could be corny. Screw up if I can take a joke. You can dance, you can die, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl. Back in, rolling in the air, boy, slide it.
Can someone please tell me what I can do so that when I'm on walks at night and I have to walk behind a woman and I can tell that she's physically like wary of me, is there like a way that I can communicate that I'm not a threatening person? Because usually I cross the street to make them feel more comfortable, but I can't always do that. And for the longest time, my go-to was to put my phone up to my ear and like pretend I was talking on the phone, and I would just explain in detail the plot of a random anime, and I would always choose like the most non-threatening anime. Like literally last night I did this and I was like, yeah dude, Skate the Infinity, it's skateboarding, but they're all gay and that's cool. And just please, I don't want to fucking scare people, dude. I genuinely do not want people to feel unsafe around me or because of me.
Some people tell me that I need help. Some people can fuck off and go to hell. Goddamn, what they criticize.
Screw up if I can take a joke. You can dance, you can die, having the time of your life. Ooh.
So you must be new to my channel. Let's talk about this. First off, peep the fit. Swaggy, huh? Thank you. First of all, I don't try to hide my hand. I was born like it. And if you've been following me since I first started the app, you would know why I stopped making content about my... Now, I'm never trying to hide my hand, but most people don't know this. So, my right hand is longer than my left hand. Now, it might appear as if I'm hiding... Uh-oh, my phone almost fell. It might appear as if I'm hiding my left hand, but I'm not. It's shorter than my right hand by like... It cut off at the wrist, so it's way longer. So sometimes sleeves will cover my hand. I'm not trying to hide it, it's just what it is. My bad. Also, early on, I used to make content specifically about my hand, and I got weird comments from weird people sending me weird messages, which is why I stopped. Honestly, I don't like talking about my hand, but I know that this is bigger than me because there's people with disabilities and they don't have the confidence to show themselves on screen. So I'll be the scapegoat and do that because I have all the confidence.
Yo, let's cut some bread with something sharp. Oh, that's nice. Bread. 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 Bread.
You leave me, you out of your mind. We dress into the he picked me up with 800-588-2300 Empire.
Hello everyone, today I will be introducing you to the DILF alignment chart that me and my friend Zach made. Don't take this seriously, I am a lesbian. All DILFs can be categorized by two factors. The first being whether or not they're a father figure, or not a dad at all, and the second being how much dad energy they have. That's how we're going to be organizing today. So I've covered these for the sake of a dramatic reveal, but let's go ahead and get started. You know him, you love him, the father from Inside Out is a DILF, true and true. With no biological children, Grunkle Ford is better as a GRILF, but we'll give him the exception here, DILF energy. Now, while Flynn Rider doesn't have any children by the end of Tangled, we know he will someday, and he'll be a great dad. Our next category is meh men. They're not great, but they do their best. Hohenheim left his family, but it was ultimately for the greater good, and he did love his kid. Reagan's honestly a really good father figure, but he was really cruel to Mob that one time. Luigi. Moving on, this is our final category of terrible men. Self-explanatory. Mean to Mort. Boss baby. I have one for MILFs.
What's next? You don't fuck with Pangea? She like, let's change the subject. Okay. This bitch don't know about Pangea. Brain, leave it alone.
If you leave me, you out of your mind. We dress into the night. He picked me up, we make me feel so lucky. He kissed me in his we be making love it. Still the one I do this. I'm trying to make us still the one.
I committed my first crime at the age of 5 and never looked back. In this world, it's either eat or be eaten. I'm part of one of the largest and most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Anyone who sees our face usually doesn't live to tell the tale. People usually die from stepping into our territory.
Today in Are the Goy Okay? I discovered that they think Deuteronomy 22:5 is about saying being transgender is wrong. What the fuck? No. First things first, let's look at the entirety of Deuteronomy 22, which is all about compassion and how, hey, don't be a dick. Don't leave your neighbor's ox to wander off. Don't kill another bird if you take the baby. So why would there be something about cross-dressing or transgenderism in this verse? So this is how it gets translated in English. I'm just going to put it somewhere here. But again, English is just using man where there's supposed to be a more specific word. This is the word being used, which means warrior. It is an abomination in God's eyes to dress women and weak people like warriors and have them murdered while you run away in their clothes. That's what it means by don't wear women's raiment. Don't pretend to be a woman, you cat.
You said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Beep beep, so let's ride, let's ride.
You should never ask a trans person what bathroom they use. That's rude and invasive. But you shouldn't ask me what bathroom I use because I do not know. Every time I leave the house, I hope I don't have to pee because do you know the math and calculations that go into that decision? The only concrete answer I have to what bathroom do you use is not if I can help it.
Проповедь подвалов, мои будни таракана, безработных бакалавров, комнатушных партизанов, подноготные затворы, кэмани, мерки порталов, марай трюки, приготовься тут, будни таракана.
This is going to be me helping you find your actual Myers-Briggs type because the vast majority of the MBTI community is mistyped. And unless you know your correct Myers-Briggs type, you're not going to be able to use it as a tool for self-improvement and find people who are like you. So the main reason that so many people are mistyped is because of 16 personalities. That is arguably the most well-known MBTI website, but it's also incredibly inaccurate. And that's because the way that you determine MBTI is based on cognitive functions or the way that your brain works. But 16 personalities doesn't use cognitive functions. It actually just types by letter. So to give an example, if you're socially extroverted, you're going to get an E for your first letter. But in reality, your first letter is determined by your dominant cognitive function. So you could be socially extroverted but be an ISFP. 16 personalities also has a really heavy bias towards intuitives. That's the second letter, which is the N or the S. Around 70% of the world population is sensors. But because of 16 personalities and the intuitive bias, most people think that they're intuitives. One isn't better than the other, they're just different. Also, the whole judging perceiving thing is made up. In the next video, I'll go over how to find your functions and subsequently your type. Okay, so this video is going to be me actually showing you how to find your Myers-Briggs type. So like I said, it's based on cognitive functions. Cognitive functions are broken into 4 categories: thinking, feeling, sensing, and intuition. You are going to have one of each. And each of your functions are either going to be introverted or extroverted. You are going to have 2 introverted and 2 extroverted. Also, a little bit of terminology real quick so you don't get confused when you're researching. You're going to see the functions written out as like TI, NE, SC, etc. To understand the abbreviations, it's just the first letter of the function and then the first letter of whether it's introverted or extroverted. So like extroverted sensing is SE. To find which functions you use, it's really going to be just as simple as you researching them. But if you need a little bit more help or you want some basis to go off of, there are a couple tests that can help you that are not 16 personalities. The most trusted ones are Keys to Cognition and Sakhanorva. The results they give you should not be be-all end-all. That being said, they can be very helpful to tell whether each of your functions are introverted or extroverted. In a second, I'll make another video on how to use your test results to find your correct type. I'll also show you where I read about the cognitive functions. So this is going to be showing you how to find your correct Myers-Briggs type based on your Keys to Cognition and Sakhanorva results. So I like Keys to Cognition a lot more than Sakhanorva because I find it to be a lot more accurate. That being said, the questions are harder to comprehend, so if you answer wrong, you're going to get mistyped. So I know for a fact that I'm an ENFJ and it actually did give me ENFJ. And I can tell by looking at this that my functions are FE, NI, SC, TI. But those functions also apply to INFJ. And my NI and FE are really, really close. So it's going to give you alternate types down at the bottom to also look into. It's essentially the same idea with Sakhanorva. So while taking Sakhanorva for this video, I actually got ENFJ. But normally when I take it, it actually gives me ENTP. As much as I want to be one, I'm pretty sure it's obvious that I'm not an ENTP. And that's why it's important to look into cognitive functions, because tests aren't always accurate. Like Keys, Sakhanorva is going to give you alternate types. I'd say look into the top 3 or 4. Now when I say look into, I of course mean research cognitive functions. So this website's my favorite for the 4 functions of each type summarized. This is my favorite for in-depth descriptions of your first 2 functions. I ran out of time, so I will put individual functions in the comments.
My favorite type of person on this app is the commenters that under a video that's like, here are my top 3 favorite fast food burger joints. And then they're just like, my father cheated on my mother with a waitress at Chuck E. Cheese while I was playing so innocently in the ball pit and I've never recovered from it mentally.
Someone said describe yourself in a Canada, let's say it's a fictional character.
What the fuck? Why did I get the baby car? What kind of thing? Why?
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but if I came into contact with like an eldritch horror or a Lovecraftian abomination, I would simply just fathom it. I would just understand it because I've had to accept so much inexplicable shit getting this rocket science degree that like it don't really matter. Like, oh, you shouldn't be able to wrap your head around my existence. Bitch, do you know how friction works? Nothing touches each other, but friction happens, okay? Like, this isn't that bad. You could not possibly know or comprehend my existence, mortal. The only thing I need to know or comprehend about you is that you're fucking ugly, you wicked tentacle bitch.
I just had a whole cis man aggressively yelling at me. Saying that I don't understand women's struggle. He was deadass sitting there like, yeah, well, you don't bleed from your organs every month and they have to pay for it. And I had to sit there like, I have a pussy.
Hello, my name is Jess, this is Karl Mark, and I am absolutely fucking obsessed with wings. I have attempted to make articulated wings 2 times in my life. Once when I was 13 years old, and they were basically just big triangles of fabric that I stuck on some curtain rods, and they didn't really move at all. The second time was when I was 14, and I tried to make them using PVC pipe, and it just didn't work out.
Now at 18, I've gotten the urge to make wings yet again, and this time I'm going to be using a very complex pulley system to make the wings open and close.
Now the reason I want to use pulleys instead of the normal mechanical system or pneumatics is because 1, pneumatics make noise and I don't really like them, and mechanics can only move at 1 speed, and electronics scare and confuse me. Here's an example of mechanical wings by the Crooked Feather on YouTube. So come join me on this journey. First step, getting supplies and making a prototype.
Screw 'em if they can't take a joke! You can dance, you can die, having the time of your life.
I'm sure we've all seen some sort of argument by now about cishet men using they/them pronouns, feminine clothing, queer aesthetics and so on, and I'm actually really alarmed by how many young queer people in particular I see being just super closed-minded, almost bordering on literal TERF shit. Because you're all, pronouns don't equal gender until someone you think is cis wants to use they/them. You're all, people should explore their genders until someone you think is cis explores their gender. You're probably holding back a lot of people questioning themselves, and even if they are cishet, why do you have such a problem with them dressing feminine? I see a lot of people saying they're deceiving people and using these aesthetics to like make people think they're one of the good ones just to prey on them. And where have we heard that exact message before? Probably from TERFs. You're being a literal TERF.
Takes a pet, like no problem. Yeah. Right? Not afraid at all. That's a great cat right there.
I'm sitting here
looking at my plant. I'm looking at my grass plant. We just sitting here, both of us, staring contests. And I just started thinking like, damn, it was really just grass and rocks and trees and plants and shit. What the fuck is Wi-Fi? What is Wi-Fi? What is Wi-Fi? What is Wi-Fi? What the fuck is the internet? What the fuck is the internet? And why are we not eating fucking condiments as soup? This is a conversation I've had before with Olive. We were talking about it. Why haven't we evolved to where we're eating condiments as soup? Because I want a teriyaki soup right now, I'll tell you that right now. Or some barbecue soup would hit. Why aren't we eating soups?